Good evening. We're at Kenny Mendenhall Stadium here in Bonners Ferry for tonight's game between the Sandpoint Bulldogs and the Bonners Ferry Badgers. Last year, Bonners Ferry lost to the Bulldogs by a score of 21-7, but this year they're bigger, and according to their coach, they're better. So we're going to see a good game tonight. The Bulldogs are fast, but not quite as big as Bonners Ferry. And we're going to see the starting lineup for the Sandpoint Bulldogs in just a moment. Good, Mike. How are you? Hey, you sounded great. Thanks for your help and stuff. Worked out good, so appreciate it.
On your button, Troy! Go! Catch him, Don! Hey, Don! Great day to be a Bulldog! Every day! Hurdler! Right leg! Go! This is it! Now!
Good evening. Time for Bulldog football 1986, and now the starting lineup.
Brian Link, I'm a senior. I play center. Dean Plaster, starting quarterback. Brian Porter, senior guard. Steve Shell, senior halfback. James Malcolm, senior running back. Leonard Plaster, junior running back. Scott Anderson, junior guard.
Chad Childears, junior split end.
Todd Brangan, junior tight end.
Doug Mark, senior left tackle. Glenn Carver, sophomore right tackle.
And the head football coach for the Sandpoint Bulldogs, Bill Barlow. And we're just about ready for kickoff. And we're just a few minutes away from kickoff. Tom and I will head up for the booth to bring you all the Bulldog action for 1986. Sultry. Number 20, Jack Norman. Number 21, Aaron Owen.
Number 22, Mickey Aubrey. Number 24, John Carter. Number 32, Dolesby. Number 33, Dean Nelson. Number 34, Pat Gravelle. Number 35, Chad Childears.
You got that one list, don't you?
Number 40, Dick Ray. Number 42, Kevin Stockton. Number 43, Eric Paulson. Number 44, Hal Kelly. Number 45, Roy Swift. Number 50, Jim Wright. Number 51, Kelly Henry. Number 52, Corey Rose. Number 53, Jim Pinkerton. Number 54, Jim Davidson. Number 52, George Ray. Number 60, Josh Joseph. Number 62, Corey Henry. Number 62, David Reed. Number 65, Dan Petty. Number 56, John Denny. Number 58, John Comstock. Number 71, Dan Kramer. Number 72, Chris Jensen. Number 73, Brian Ray. Number 74, Bill Hyatt. Number 78, John Platt. Number 80, Ron McDonald. Number 82, Denver Hill. Number 83, Paul Kitty. Number 87, Ryan Dawes. Number 88, Phil Gray. And number 75, Mike Davis. The head coach of the Badgers for next year, Coach Quarterback, Deputy Coach Tom Walker, Don Copley, Steve Roder, and Mike Brown. The starting lineup for Sandpoint Bulldogs, number 11, the quarterback, Keith Foster. Tackle number 74, Doug Martin. Guard number 65, Brian Porter. Center number 63, Ryan Warshaw. Number 53 is guard Scott Anderson. Tackle number 83, Todd Brannigan. And in number 71, Glenn Converse. Split end number 35, Chad Childears. A running back number 33, Len Foster. Slot back number 16, Steve Shell. Running back number 32, James Malcolm. The quarterback number 11, Dean Plaster. The coach of the Sandpoint Bulldogs for 1986, head coach Bill Barlow. Now if you're up, please stand. Now the flag is being used out of the field. And recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bulldog Football 1986. I'm Larry Copley, and I'll be bringing you all the play-by-play action tonight for CommuniView Channel 5 in Sandpoint. Filming tonight, Tom Wright, and up in the booth with me to help me spot some players here tonight, Gayle Dolesby. And Gayle, good to see you again.
Well, thanks, Larry.
Also, you're hiding my bike for me tonight. I appreciate that. It's going to be a good game tonight, I think. Bonners Ferry, big team this year, and their coach, I talked to him a little earlier. He's looking forward to some hard-hitting action out there from the Badgers tonight. Also for the Bulldogs, Bill Barlow has told me earlier that he expects to see some good action out there. Also, he's going to come out with some power plays, and well, possibly we're going to see that ball go in the air because they do have a quarterback with a good arm this year.
Yeah, they've got a couple of good quarterbacks. Should be a good game.
We're just about ready for kickoff. Captains are meeting on the field. Number 22 for the Badgers, and number 73, their captains. 22, Mickey Aubrey, senior. And number 73, Brian Ray, also a senior. For the Bulldogs, number 46 is Steve Shell. And number 11, of course, the quarterback for the Sandpoint Bulldogs is Dean Plaster. Last year, Bulldogs at home came out on top 21-7. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game, Sandpoint Motors and Furniture Exchange. Badgers will be kicking off tonight. Going deep for the Bulldogs will be number 9. And
Jay Vandenberg.
who's that? Jay Vandenberg. Don't have a number on him. And also deep is number 35. And I do have a number. I find my program here, Gayle. 35 is
Chad Childears. Chad Childears, number 35.
Thank you, Gayle. We have a couple of different programs here. I'll have to get the right one.
Yeah.
And
They got Jay Vandenberg listed as number 12 on their program, so we're not quite sure who that is back there at number 9.
Bulldogs take the kickoff from the 15-yard line, and it's a good return up to about the 36-yard line. Where the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 at the just around the 37-yard line. Just underway, first period of play. First game of the season for both teams, as the Badgers looking for a revenge from last year as they lost to the Bulldogs 21-7. Plaster up over the ball.
That's James Malcolm.
And a good run in there by James Malcolm as he brings it out to...
Sorry, I have another Plaster, number 33. It looked like 32.
Well, Leonard Plaster brought it out to the around the 46-yard line, short of the first down by about a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 1. Pitch to James Malcolm.
Looks like we made a first down. Close.
Let me bring in a measurement here. No, they give him the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10. So the Bulldogs on their first drive pick up a first down out to the 47-yard line. Open series of play as the Badgers kicked off to start the first period. First down of the night for the Bulldogs. Plaster calling signals. Goes back to pass. And there's a, looked like Malcolm again. We'll check that number here in a minute.
Chad Childears.
Childears with the ball.
35. Yeah.
Ferry, you copy me?
Malcolm for, looks like about a 3-yard pickup is going to bring up 3rd and we'll call it a long 5. Just underway, first period of play, 9:40 to go in the first period. Plaster kept the ball on an option and just a little bit short of the first down. It's going to be about 2 yards shy, so it'll bring up a 4th down.
Can you hear me?
Steve Shell with the kick. The ball goes down to about the 14-yard line, where number 80 for the Badgers picked it up. Ron McDonald, and Malcolm puts him down there. And the Badgers will take their first possession at the 8:43 mark of the first period of play. No score between the Bulldogs and Badgers.
First and 10 for the Badgers. The ball's on their own 14-yard line.
So the first play from scrimmage for the Badgers going nowhere. Maybe picked up a half yard on the play. And they're going to give him a yard. Bring up 2nd and 9. We'll try to pick up these backfields for the Badgers and Sandpoint here. As quarterback for the Badgers tonight, number 10, Pat Gravelle. Oh, a nice hole up the middle for number 22. That's Mickey Aubrey. Seen Aubrey play when I did the play-by-play here, and I'll tell you what, he's got some speed, Gayle.
Yeah, he looks good.
Bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Badgers. Gravelle with some good scrambling. Picks up the first down for the Badgers. Out to about the 30-yard line. That'll be the Badgers' first down of the night. As in on the tackle for the Bulldogs with the first initial hit, number 41, Tom Russ. $7:13 left to go. First period of play, no score. As both teams have had the ball once. Bulldogs giving it up on a punt. Handoff up the middle, Tom Brooking, and picks up a few yards on the play. Number 72, Doug Marks, in on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Second down, 6 yards to go.
Big hole up the middle for Aubrey as he picks up enough for a first down out to about the 44-yard line in Badger territory. Glenn Plaster with the tackle for the Bulldogs as the Badgers seem to be moving the ball quite well right now.
Yeah, they sure do. They've got some fine backs.
They're big up front, too. I've seen some of them just as they were getting ready to go in and dress up. They look like they're all weightlifters.
Yeah, they look like some of them are out of the pro ranks. They're pretty big boys.
Little motion on them. It looked like the tackle jump there, so march off 5 against Bonners Ferry. Gravelle trying to hit number 24. Coming down the middle was John Carter, and I'll tell you what, good pass. He might have had that and been gone.
couple more steps and he would have been gone, that's for sure.
So far, both teams seem able to move the ball. Bulldogs gave it up their first possession with a punt. And still, the Badgers still moving it. But now they face 2nd and 15, 5:35 left to go in the first period of play.
Second down, about 15 for the Badgers from their own 39.
Hand off to Aubrey, and a host of Bulldogs bring him down. And on the tackle was
Russ, Shell, and Leonard Plaster on that tackle.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 14. Gravelle back to pass, tried to scramble again, but not this time. And Gayle, who,
Chad Childears made the initial contact, and then I couldn't see the other two that came up and finished it off.
So the Badgers will be punting.
You hear me, Hod?
Jim Patterson calls for a fair catch on about the 37-yard line. The Bulldogs will take over. 4:16 left to go, first period of play. And our score tied 0-0.
Go to the bottom scale.
Plaster finds some good running room over the right side, brings the ball out to just about the 44-yard line. It's going to be enough for a first down. I suppose we should make mention here. Congratulations to the girls volleyball teams. They've won two games in a row now.
Yeah, they look awful strong again this year. They did really well Tuesday night. I was at the match. Last night, I guess they were pretty powerful also.
And we're going to try to carry some of those games on Community View Channel 5 this year. We'll let you know more about that.
Attaboy, Brian.
And we have a flag in the backfield. We'll hold up, see what it is.
I think there was a little motion.
So after the penalty, the Bulldogs pick up a few more yards and get some of their yardage back. And then we're going to be looking about, 2nd and 9. Gain of about 6 on that. 3 minutes left to go, first period play, still no score. Pitch back into the backfield to number 33. That's Plaster, and he was hit right at the line.
Yeah, he sure was. And that was a good tackle. He would have been off to the races if it hadn't been for that tackler.
Talking to head coach Bill Barlow before the game, he said he thought it'd be a good matchup tonight because they're expecting a lot out of the Badgers this year, and he's expecting a lot out of his own team. So I think we're going to see some good action throughout this.
Well, so far it's really been a good game. There's two fine teams out there in the field. Let's just hope that Sandpoint comes out on top.
Well, you do. I can't be. I got to stay unprejudiced here. At least with my mouth, Gayle.
Yeah, right.
The Bulldogs facing the 3rd and 9. They're going to call a timeout. I think we'll do the same. 2:15 left to go. First period of play. Our score is tied 0-0. We'll be back.
Sandpoint Motors. Point Motors.
Through the years we've been working to earn your trust. We're a team that's together, just you and us.
Sandpoint Motors, the name you can trust every time.
Every time. See the Chrysler and Plymouth, Chevy and Olds.
Dodge and Chevy trucks for your heavy load. Sandpoint, with Sandpoint Motors, the name you can trust every time.
Peter, and this is Chris Traciano, and we're from Sandpoint Motors, and we'd like to introduce the 2.9% financing on the GM products and the 2.4% financing on the Chrysler products. Once you come on down while selection lasts, we still have quite a few cars on the lot.
Come on down.
Chevy and Olds, Dodge and Chevy trucks
For your heavy load. Sandpoint, with Sandpoint Motors, the name you can trust every time.
Ooh, Plaster putting up a long one. That was intended for number 35. And that was Greg Schaffner. And well, I'll tell you what, Plaster has an arm on him.
He sure does. That's a beautiful pass. I think there was a little interference. It looks like there's a flag down the field on the 40-yard line.
Well, I didn't see the interference.
Well, I didn't either, but it was a beautiful pass.
Good thing about TV, we'll find out.
Yeah, right. Instant replay.
People listening to this at home, when they get to see this on Wednesday night at 6:30, and that's the time we'll show the game every week. Probably just a reminder to them that, you know, this is TV now. This is not radio, so we don't have to be talking all the time.
Right. We can watch once in a while, which is fun.
That's great. Nice run in there by number 33 of the Bulldogs. That's Dan Nystrom. No, wrong program. Shame on me. Len Plaster.
Yeah, Len Plaster.
Did the Bulldog, of course you remember, did the Bulldog play-by-play for 3 years, and I came here and did Bonners for 2 years, and I get mixed up once in a while.
Yeah, that'd be easier to do because you have been flopping around a little bit.
Yeah, I had to tell everybody I wasn't for anybody tonight, so I didn't get in trouble.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to have to be for Sandpoint.
Of course, when I get back to Sandpoint, I'll tell them I was for Sandpoint, and Bonners, I'll just say, well, you know, I was undecided.
Yeah, there's a nice run by James Malcolm.
And Bulldogs,
about 5-6 yards.
Bulldogs on the move right now, thanks to a big interference penalty. We're down to 1:28 mark of the first period of play. Looks like it's going to bring up about a second, and we'll call it 6 yards. Beautiful night for football, Gayle.
Gorgeous, almost a little bit too warm. But when we get down in December, we'll wish we had a little bit of this warm weather, I think.
Plaster pitches it back. And boy, I'll tell you, picked up some good yardage down to about the 8-yard line. So the Bulldogs now threatening. They'll have first and goal.
Got a flag in the play.
But we do have a flag. And the way the Bulldogs are marching back, it'll be against them.
Looks like it could have been a clip.
after a beautiful run, it's going to be brought back all the way to the 32-yard line, and the Bulldogs will be facing a second and, 13, yeah. And the trouble with that, it would have been first and goal on the 8.
Yeah, that was a beautiful run. It's just too bad we had the penalty.
Well, that's the part of the first game jitters. You know, there's going to be mistakes, and sometimes you hope they're not costly, but in this case, it might have been.
Right.
Plaster picks up some of the yardage back as he moves the ball down about the 25-yard line. They need to go to the 19 for a first down, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Third down, about 7 to go. 3rd and about 7.
We might have to shut you guys down.
That's the end of the first quarter. We do not have a time. That's the end of the first quarter.
And that's the end of the first period of play, and the score 0-0. The Bulldogs will go for it after they change ends of the field.
Shell in motion.
And off inside, and they're not going to get enough for the first down. The Badgers will hold on that. So they'll take over on about their 21-yard line.
That was James Malcolm made that run.
Malcolm with a run. So the Bulldogs, after a good drive, have to give up the ball on the Badgers' 21-yard line and now turn to defense. We had 2 or 3 yard pickup for the Badgers. Aubrey with the ball. So 11:22 left to go here, second period of play. Score 0-0.
Picked up about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down and 8 from their own 22-yard line.
Leonard Plaster with the tackle.
Leonard Plaster in on the tackle to run for the Badgers. Number 34, Todd Brooking. And he's going to be close to that first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. I'd like to thank the people from Furniture Exchange for sponsoring tonight's game. And Ernie would like to remind all of you they have a sale going on in Hoover vacuum cleaners. And make sure you stop in and check the prices. Also sales going on carpet. And just a store-wide sale. Always check with them before you buy. Always have the lowest price. Stop in and check.
First down.
So the Badgers pick up a first down. They move the ball out to just over the 35-yard line. Good thing about TV, you don't have to rattle off all these names all the time, but we will be picking up names here and there and try to get all the kids in on it.
Yes, we'll do our best.
You know, the coaches worked really hard to prepare for this game for the Bulldogs, and throughout the night we'll give them some recognition too. Badgers 1st and 10, 35-yard line, and off to Aubrey, and nice tackle in there by number 46, that's Shell. Good individual tackle.
It was a beautiful tackle.
2nd and 5 for the Badgers.
Looks like a fumble on the play. And the Badgers may have got it back. Ooh, almost a fight. Can't see that in high school football, can we? I think it was just aggressive football is what that was.
Jeff Warding on the play, apparently.
Clock moving here in the first half. 8:46 left to go in the second period of play. Still no score. Both teams driving the ball well, but giving it up when they get into the other team's territory. Back to pass. There's a nice pass. Could be picked off. And it'll be incomplete. Both quarterbacks for the Bulldogs and Badgers look like they have arms on them.
Yeah, that was good defense on that play. It looked like, can't tell, yeah, 81, who's 81? Darren Van Horn on that. He did a good job defending on that pass.
Gayle, appreciate you coming up here helping me tonight, too, by the way.
Well, thank you for asking me. This is quite a nice spot to watch a game from, I'll tell you that.
Like the football players, they have to get the jitter out. But my first game in a long time, I got to get those jitters.
Right, yeah. It is a little nerve-wracking.
Back to punt. The Badgers, nice high kick. And is going back deep to receive it. Patterson, and he's out to the 30. Oh, a nice hit in there by the Badgers, but Patterson gets it out to the 38-yard line, so a nice return. And the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10. Plenty of time here left in the first half for them to drive for a touchdown. 8:15 left to go. There is some good defense in there by the Badgers as
yeah, they had that play smelled out pretty well, it looked like.
number 21 making the hit for the Badgers. Darren Owens has
Leonard Plaster.
Nowhere to go for Leonard Plaster on that one.
It'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11. Fumble. Plaster picks it back up, and Dean may have got it back to the line of scrimmage. It's got to be nerve-wracking on a coach first game of the year, and you got to wonder how many mistakes will be made before the game's over.
Yeah, I know I'd have a lot of butterflies out there, and kids are holding up pretty well, though. I think they've got them behind them now, I hope.
So far, no turnover has been costly, except for maybe that penalty when the Bulldogs had the ball down to the 8, and it brought it back out to about the 30.
Yeah, that really did hurt them. They probably would have, well, hopefully might have went all the way in.
3rd and 11, 7 minutes left here in the first half of play. Plaster back to pass, and he's not going to get it off. In on the tackle coming through, big number 63 for the Badgers. It's David Bean. He's a junior, 5'11", 210 pounds, and Plaster meant all of him on that one.
Boy, he sure did. He sure did.
We got a couple of, well, I got 4 or 5 200-pounders in there.
That number 73.
Oh, and put the ball on about the 28-yard line, 4th down. Bulldogs will have to kick. Nice punt in there by number 46. That's Steve Shell. And making the catch at the 35-yard line for the Badgers. It's number 80. That's Ron McDonald. No relation, I believe. Yard line, 1st and 10, 5:57 clock moving. That's what's left here in the first half of play. And it's back to pass, and he's going to be decked as our quarterback. And as Pat Gravelle got back and coming in to hit him there.
Fine charge by Chad Childears. He made a one-man tackle and did a good job.
Nice hole up the middle for number 34 of the Badgers. It was Todd Brooking, and finally bringing him down.
Looks like Chad Childears and Steve Shell.
Every third and about a 5.
And we have flags all over the field, so we're going to wait and see what happened there. It's going to bring up, well, we're not sure. Wait and see who the penalty is against. We have 4:40 left to go in the second period of play, and we're going to be right back.
Illegal work on the Badgers. Every third and about 9.
Third and 9 for the Badgers. Back to pass as Gravelle puts it up long. He's got a man out there and just overthrew him. Boy, that could have been 7 points there quick. As Coffee just couldn't catch up with that ball. So back to kick for the Badgers, number 62, Corey Hendry. This kick goes out the side of his foot and going in the direction of Patterson, but I think they're going to let it bounce. It'll come dead on about the 21-yard line, and then we have a flag as number 22 for the Badgers. As Aubrey came in there and just decked Patterson on that, so I think we're going to have unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, it looks like that was after the play, and it was really unnecessary.
So the Bulldogs once again will have the ball with 4:20 left to go. First half of play. And we're still knotted up, 0-0. It's going to move the ball out to the 37-yard line where the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. I'd like to thank Plaster back to pass. And nice pass over the middle, and it's going to be completed to number 35. That's Greg Schaffner. Nice catch in there.
Chad Childears. That was Chad Childears. It was a beautiful catch. Sorry, Larry.
That's all right, Gayle. I'm still doing play-by-play for Bonners, I think. Nice catch in there, though. And the Bulldogs will pick up a first down as they go into Badger territory at the 49-yard line. 3:55, clock moving here in the first half of play. Dave Hall with the carry, wasn't it?
No, that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, number 32. Okay. So we got two 32s down here, boy.
James Malcolm.
Mm-hmm. We have two 32s listed down here. Not bad.
Oh, I didn't see that. No.
So it'll bring up a 2nd and 6. 3:21. Clock running down. Bulldogs on the move. Plaster fumbles the snap again, and he's going to be dropped right at the line of scrimmage. I'd like to thank Tom Wright for being up here filming this tonight for Community View Channel 5. And Tom, this will air back Wednesday nights at 6:30, so we hope a lot of Bulldog fans will join us.
There's movement on one of the other lines. I couldn't tell which.
As we have a penalty on the Bulldogs, and we'll move it back 5. 2:31 left to go. No score here in the first half. As the Bulldogs kind of killing themselves right now.
Yeah, they are. They were offsides on that play.
So it's going to bring up about a third. And, well, no, it's going to still be 3rd and 12. Plaster finds his man wide open, but I think we're going to have the play called back as there's flags all over the field. It looked like a man in motion there for the Bulldogs. Did you pick up who was moving?
Yeah, it was James Malcolm. He moved, but actually they're doing a really good job. I think for this first game, they're not making many mistakes. They really aren't.
Well, after the penalty, it'll bring up 3rd and 16. Plaster really got smacked as he threw that ball. Boy, I'll tell you what, he got hit.
He sure did. He's getting up awful slow. I hope he didn't get hurt.
62 of the Badgers really came in to smack him hard on that one. That's Corey Hendry, and I watched him play before. I know how he can play.
Yeah, I wonder where Bonner's gets all these big kids. They really got a bunch of them, don't they?
And no comment. I know most of them work in the summer times, and they all weight lift. Same with Sandpoint. Good program for football players now.
Yeah, really there is.
4th down for the Bulldogs. Not a long kick off the side of his foot. Takes a Bulldog roll, and it's going to come dead right at about the 31-yard line. So the Badgers will have 1:30 left here in the first half to try to change this 0-0 score. I'd like to thank Sandpoint Motors for sponsoring tonight's game, and if you should stop in and thank them for being a sponsor and bringing you this game, take a look at what they have on the car lot. They have as low as 2.9% APR financing on most new 86 Chevy cars, trucks, Blazers, and Oldsmobiles. Also as low as 2.4% APR financing on most new 86 Chryslers, Plymouth, and Dodge models. A limited time offer, so hurry on in for the best selections, lowest rates ever. Sandpoint Motors. Nice pass over the middle by Gravelle as he picks up Coffee for a gain out, about a 9-yard gain on that. It's going to bring up 2nd and we'll call it a long one. Who made the tackle on that, Gayle?
It looked like Tom Rust to me. I couldn't really tell though for sure. They're way on the other side of the field.
Dirty window in front of you.
Right.
Clock moving, 51 seconds for Bonners to try to change the score. And they're going to get enough for the first down. But they only have 30 seconds to work with. And coming up at halftime, talking to the activities director at Sandpoint High School, Duane Ward. And Duane's doing a fine job out there.
He certainly is. He really is doing a great job. What else can you say? He's doing a great job.
Driving bus tonight, aren't you, Gayle?
Yeah, I am. I drove the team up, and watching the game from up here with you is really a treat for me.
Well, anytime you pay me 20, I'll let you up here, Gayle.
Thanks.
Big rush on as Gravelle is not going to get away as the Bulldogs will bring him down, and that'll probably just about do it. They're going to try to get another timeout, and they may do it with about 3 seconds. Boy, who got in on that?
Well, that was Jeff Ward in on that tackle. There was somebody else made contact before, but Jeff nailed him down.
The Badgers will have 2 seconds for a desperation play, I believe. They're all the way back now to their 29-yard line. Just for a first down, they'd have to bring it into Bulldog territory at the 46. So maybe a trick play here.
Well, it's going to have to be a real trick. Hopefully the trick will reverse on them.
Gayle, that prejudice guy, you. Next week, the Bulldogs will be in Wallace, and that ought to be a good one.
Yes, they're supposed to have a good team again this year, I guess.
First 3 games away. They will travel after that to West Valley, and, well, anytime you get in those Spokane schools, you're going to find some good competition.
Tough, yes, it'll be tough.
Should mention this, Coeur d'Alene won their opener against Bora 28-14.
Oh, is that right? Well, they're tough, too.
Yeah, they better watch out. We're going to get them this year.
You bet.
Last play of the first half. No score in this game. Whoa! Boy, was he nailed in there by number 85. Todd Brannigan. Boy, he was nailed. And that's going to do it for the first half with the score of the Sandpoint Bulldogs nothing and the Bonners Ferry Badgers nothing. And we're going to be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rebroadcast on television of the Bonners Ferry High School football games will be Wednesday evening at 7:30 on Channel 10. So drop to the replay of the game, Wednesday evening, 7:30, Channel 10.
We're at halftime in Bonners Ferry with a score of 0-0. And so far, well, first of all, let me introduce our guest. Activities Director at Sandpoint High School, Duane Warden. Duane, 0-0 first half. Not too many mistakes. It looks like a good game.
Looks like a typical first game of the year for both ball clubs. Neither team's been able to establish what they want to do out there yet, and they've got some of the first game jitters, and they've both turned the ball over a little bit, which has hurt them. So I expect to see each team coming out in the second half trying to establish what they want to do.
Duane, for the fans out there, Sandpoint sports is really trying to pick up around here, and so far to me it looks like a good start this year.
Well, I think we're off to a real great start. We're real happy with our coaching staffs. We think we've got a great coaching staff, and the community's behind us. The people are excited. We've got the kids excited. The teachers are even getting excited, and believe me, going into the double shifting like we're doing, that's saying something. But I think everybody's excited about things, and we're off to a good start, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed. We're going to win some ball games and keep this thing going.
Are you surprised by the crowd here for the Bulldogs tonight?
I expected a good crowd because of all the enthusiasm and everything that I've seen around town, but I didn't expect this good of a crowd. I'm really pleased with it. I think the Sandpoint people have really turned out to support the Bulldogs tonight.
Volleyball season off to a good start. They've won 2 in a row now, and of course they'll play another one by the time we air this back, but they're off to a tremendous start.
They're playing very good volleyball right now. They played their first match against Bonners Ferry. They won those 15-1, 15-1. Their next match was against Lakeland. They won that one 15-2, 15-3. And the nice thing to see about the volleyball team the other night when they played against Lakeland was the fact that they had a few difficult moments in there, and the kids were able to work their way through that and maintain their poise, and they came back real well and recovered and went on to play a real good match.
Well, Duane, we hope this is good news. We're going to try to cover some of those volleyball matches, and they'll air back. We're not sure the date yet on Communiview Channel 5, but we want to remind everybody the football games will run back on Wednesday night at 6:30, and we just hope all of you have the time to see it.
We're very excited about being on television. We think it's a great thing for our kids. Our players are going to love it. Our fans, the parents are going to love it. We're thankful for the exposure. We're really looking forward to it.
Duane, best of luck this season.
Thank you, Larry.
We're at halftime with the score 0-0. Sandpoint cheerleaders entertaining you now. We're at halftime in Bonners Ferry, where the Bulldogs and Bonners Ferry are knotted up 0-0. And right now we're taking a little bit of view of our crowd here. We'd like to thank everybody, and we hope you can join us on Communiview Channel 5 to watch these games. They'll be aired back every Wednesday night at 6:30. I'd like to, of course, thank our sponsors tonight who are bringing you this game, Furniture Exchange and Sandpoint Motors. And we hope you've enjoyed so far our first half of our first game, and we hope to bring you all the games this year, as next week we'll be in Wallace. Filming for Communiview Channel 5 tonight, Tom Wright, and I'm Larry Copley, bringing you the play-by-play. Special thank you to Gayle Dolesby for being up helping me in the booth tonight, spotting the numbers and players. We're still at halftime and just about ready to start the second half. 0-0 as we're in Bonners Ferry. Right now you're seeing some of the crowd here from the Bonners Ferry side of it. And just a reminder, if you're from Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint, you happen to pick our game up on cable and you're wondering about your own cable, Kathy and Dan Click film all the games for Bonners Ferry. You can see that on Channel 10. And I believe they're usually on Wednesday night. And just a thank you to a lot of people tonight. We'd like to thank, first of all, of course, our activities director, Duane Ward, for stopping in at halftime. And a reminder, if you can't make the games, you can pick them up on KSPT on Friday nights. Larry Jeffries and Wayne Scheffler will bring you all the play-by-play action. And I think their game starts around 7:10. As the Bulldogs are coming back out on the field to warm up for the second half of play. Of course, we always encourage all the fans to get out and see all the action. And next week we'll be in Wallace. Hopefully all the fans can make it down. If not, you can tune in Friday night on the radio KSPT with Larry Jeffries. He'll bring you all the play-by-play action. And then join us Wednesday at 6:30 for the, we'll air the game back then at you that time on Communiview Channel 5, your Bulldog Sports channel. And we're back for second half action with our score Sandpoint 0, Bonners Ferry 0. Jay Vandenberg will be kicking off for the Sandpoint Bulldogs. Deep for Bonners Ferry is number 21, is Darren Owens, along with number 80, Ron McDonald. And we're ready to start second half action. Nice high kick as Owens waits for it on about the 15. He's got some good running room as he brings it back out to about the 33-yard line before a host of Bulldogs bring him down.
35, Chad Childears on the stop for Mohawk. First and 10 for the Badgers. Score on their own 33.
First and 10 for the Badgers, and they have the ball on about their 34-yard line. Picked up about 5 yards on the play.
Stop was made by number 53, Scott Anderson for Mohawk. Picked up about 5, it'll be second and 5. Second and 5 for the Badgers, ball on their own 37.
And we have a flag on the play. Just underway in the third period of play, 10:51 left to go. It's going to be against the Badgers, so it's going to bring up second and 10.
Second and 10.
Well, once again, tons of Bulldogs in on that tackle. As I see number 41 in there, it's Tom Rust. Also in on the tackle is number 77.
That's David Velvich.
And Badgers with a 3rd and 10. No score in this game yet. We're in the third period. An incomplete pass by Pat Gravelle as he was looking for number 80 out there. Sean McDonald. It's going to bring up a 4th down punting situation for the Badgers, so the Bulldogs will get the ball back for the first time here in the second half. Going deep is Jim Patterson, along with...
Looks like Chad Childears.
You never see his number. Maybe he doesn't want to be on camera.
Yeah, I doubt that.
And we have a timeout by Bonners Ferry. Reminder that next week we'll be in Wallace, as the Miners will find out what kind of team they have for the year. Coming up after that, West Valley. That's on September 12th. And then we get a couple of home games. As the 19th, Kellogg will be in town, followed by East Valley. And just looks like it just gets tougher as they go.
Yes, it is going to be tough, but I think these guys are going to do well this year.
Well, the Badgers coach Terry Beck thinks the Badgers are going to look pretty good this year too, and both teams showing it well on defense, but both teams moving it pretty well on offense.
Yes, they are. It's a very good game, very exciting game.
Hendry back to punt for the Badgers. Childers and Patterson back for the Bulldogs on about their own 28-yard line. Patterson gets it on about the 36, got a little bit of running room as he gets it out close to midfield. Brought down on the Bulldog 48-yard line. And the Bulldogs will have their first possession here in the second half. Still 0-0 in what so far looks like a defensive game. Dean Plaster still the quarterback for the Bulldogs. And boy, I'll tell you, there's going to be no gain on that. Maybe a yard as, well, they say there's a fumble and there's a fight for it. And we got a flag down. It looked like a little unnecessary roughness by, we're not sure by who. So we see one player being brought off for the Badgers. That's number 22, Mickey Aubrey. Didn't see any Sandpoint player go off, did you?
No, it doesn't appear to be any Sandpoint player going off. There is a Sandpoint player going off, but I don't think the official's not escorting him off the field anyway.
Looks like he might be hurt, holding an eye on Lynn Plaster.
Yeah, that's who it is.
And we're waiting to see what they're going to call here. 9:41 left to go here in the third period of play. There's no score. And again, we wouldn't mind taking a little bit of time to thank our sponsors tonight. Furniture Exchange. And just a reminder, they do have some sales going on Hoover vacuum cleaners. Come in and check the prices. An all carpet sale plus a store-wide sale. Always check with them before you buy. They always have the lowest prices. That's Furniture Exchange, Sandpoint, Idaho. Looks like offsetting penalties here.
Second down, 10 yards go from their own 48. Second and 10.
Well, it's offsetting penalties, as you just said a moment ago, Gayle. They might have injected number 22, Aubrey, but I didn't see a Sandpoint player go off unless Lynn Plaster was the only one I seen go off.
Maybe it wasn't that flagrant a personal foul on Sandpoint's part.
So on a 2nd and 10, Bulldogs might have picked up a yard as Malcolm carries the ball for the Bulldogs, gain of about a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Patterson goes wide right for the Bulldogs.
Shell in motion.
Shell's coming across in motion. As Plaster pitches out, there's going to be a fumble on the play. And I'm not sure we have flags and whistles blowing, and might not be a play on that at all. As the Bulldogs did come up with a fumble, but let's wait and see what the penalty is all about.
Looks like against Bonners.
Apparently the flag was thrown before.
It's the clipping penalty against Sandpoint.
Can I quote you on that?
According to the referee, that's the indication he's given.
And just a reminder, coming up on September 6th, Lewiston will be in town to take on the Sandpoint girls volleyball team. Undefeated so far, and they look like they're going to be rough. We just want to encourage everybody to get out and see that game. So Shell back to kick on 4th down. Gets off a nice kick. And taking the ball is number 24. That's Carter. And boy, he's meant almost where he got the ball by a host of Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looks like he was led by, looks like Tom Russ was down there among others.
About Scott Anderson also in on it.
Yeah, there was about 4 players.
So the Badgers will have the ball for the second time in this half. Be 1st and 10 on about their 24-yard line, and still neither team able to move the ball. Best chance the Bulldogs had was back in the first period of play when they took the ball down to the 8-yard line, but a penalty brought it back out to around the 30, and they were unable to go in from that point. So it's still 0-0. We have 8:26 left to go here in third period of play. Flag on the play.
Now looking, number 34, carries for Bonner's Ferry, and there's a flag on the play.
Brooking for the Badgers with the carry. See the tackle there, Gayle?
It's stopped by Jay Vandenberg.
It will be against the Badgers, so they'll mark it back 5 more yards, then it'll be 1st and 15. We had somebody limp off there, Gayle. Who was that?
That looked like Dave Elvich limping off the field. I couldn't see who replaced him.
An incomplete pass by Gravelle.
Good coverage on that play.
So he tried to get that pass out to Coffey. Good coverage by the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15 from the Badgers' 19-yard line. And not much room in there as number 21 is Darren Owens. I believe he came in for Aubrey because I believe Aubrey was ejected.
Yeah, I think so. He hasn't been back in the game, and that tackle was made by Rust and Shell on that play.
We'll bring up a 3rd and let's call it 12 yards with 7:38 left to go here, 3rd period of play. Still no score. Bulldogs are coached by Bill Barlow. I'd like to thank assistant coach Mike Hagedon tonight for giving us some good information before we started the game, giving us this starting offense, defense. Might have you run through that for me here in a minute, Gayle. Nice pass out to Owens. He's going to pick up some yardage on this one and may even have enough for the first down. So we'll have to wait. Owens to receiving the pass from Gravelle picked up some good yardage. And remember when I was here doing the play-by-play, they were in that old single wing, Gayle. I'm sure you remember it.
Yeah, I don't like to think back that far myself.
So they're going to be about 2.5 yards shy of the first down. So they'll punt it. Patterson and Childers back again. As the kick will come to Childers about on the 40-yard line out to the 45. He's got a little bit of running room as he gets it back cross midfield into Badger territory down to about the 46-yard line. And we have a flag way back on Badger's 28-yard line. So let's hold it for a minute. No indication yet. It's going to be against the Badgers, and I have a feeling the Bulldogs may refuse this one.
I believe they will.
Good field position. Brings back a memory of, I believe it was 82 when the Bulldogs came up here to play and won the game 7-0. But the Badgers did score 2 touchdowns. Well, they scored 1, and the touchdown was called back because of penalty. And then on another pass play, which was completed at the 2-yard line, it was brought back. So they had 2 excellent chances to score and beat the Bulldogs that year, but it turned out Bulldogs hung on to win 7-0. So penalties can kill you sometimes.
They sure can. Hope it goes the same way today.
I've noticed that about you, Gayle. It's taken there by Plaster. Good handoff up the middle to number 42 of the Bulldogs as he picks up some good yardage. That's Dave Hall.
Dave Hall, yeah.
And he moves that ball down to about the 37-yard line. It's going to be just about half yard shy of the first down. Clock moving here, third period of play. 6:22. No score yet. Plaster over the ball.
Still in motion.
As he's back to pass, he gets hit again. He gets pass off, got a man open, and it's caught by Bannigan.
About the 10-yard line. Nice pitch, nice pass.
Looks like they set it up about the 13-yard line, so good. We got a, looks like Plaster could be hurt. .5:55 left to go in the third period of play. No score. Bulldogs on the move. We'll be right back.
If you're in need for home furnishings, go and see the Furniture People. That's Furniture Exchange at 301 Cedar Street, downtown Sandpoint. Ernie and the rest of the gang are professionals at furnishing your home, and they have the floor displays and inventory to prove it. Furniture Exchange has 5 big spacious floors of beautiful home furnishings, featuring Lazy Boy recliners, Thomasville, Lane, and much more. They know with their selection and variety that you're sure to find just what you're looking for at Furniture Exchange. That's 5 floors of selection, quality, and value you must see with over 25,000 square feet to suit your home. Stop in today. Furniture Exchange has a full line of Frigidaire appliances, Speed Queen, washers and dryers, Litton, Frigidaire microwaves, KitchenAid dishwashers and disposals, bedroom furnishings including Simmons and King Coil mattresses, major brand carpets, custom draperies, Hoover vacuums, and much more. Shop Furniture Exchange for selection, variety, and value. See the Furniture People today at 301 Cedar.
Jay Vandenberg will replace him. And, you know, I watched Jay in that scrimmage game. He looked pretty good, too.
Yes, he did. He's another one of that fine crop of sophomores they got coming up.
Well, let's hope Dean Plaster is okay.
He's lining up.
Nice pass on that. He completed it to number 85, Tom Brannigan, and 6'3" junior. Picked up enough yardage for the first down all the way down to the 13. So this is the closest the Bulldogs been, if you don't count that time they got down to the 8-yard, but it was pulled back because of a penalty. So this is one of their better opportunities of the night. Next week, Community View Channel 5 will be in Wallace. And that game will be aired back following Wednesday at 6:30 on Channel 5.
Looks like Eric Becker's in the game, too. Back there.
As Vandenberg will be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, Gayle, you know these kids pretty well on offense. Why don't you give me a quick rundown of our starting lineup tonight?
Starting lineup, center Brian Holinka. The left guard was Brian Porter. Right guard Scott Anderson. Left tackle Doug Marks. Right tackle Glenn Converse. Tight end Todd Brannigan. Quarterback Dean Plaster. Leonard Plaster at halfback. James Malkin at halfback. Steve Shell at the slot back. And Chad Childears had split in.
Well, looks like a fumble on the play. Let's hold on for a minute here as the Bulldogs on 2nd and 14. Picked up a few yards on the play. Apparently they got the ball back. Clock still moving here, third period of play. With 5 minutes left to go. That's 0-0. So a good game so far tonight for the opening of the 1986 Bulldog football season.
Third down, long 5. Third and long 5.
David Hall in the backfield. As the handoff went to number 32 in there for the Bulldogs. James Malcolm, and boy, he was met right at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up a 4th down. I don't know, Gayle, have you watched their field goal kicker? Do they even try?
Yeah, we've got a good field goal kicker in Steve Shell. He's a senior this year, and he kicked for the team last year. He's an excellent kicker.
We have a timeout on the field, 4:18 left to go. And once again, we'd like to just take a moment to thank some of our sponsors that's bringing you this game on Community View Channel 5. And we'd just like to remind you that Sandpoint Motor Company is proud to bring you this game. And when you're in there to thank them for sponsoring it, stop at the car lot and take a look at what they have. And they have things on there as low as 2.9% APR financing on most new 86 Chevy cars, trucks, Blazers, and Oldsmobiles, and as low as 2.4% on APR financing on most new 86 Chryslers, Plymouth, and Dodge models. Limited time offer, but hurry in for the best selection and the lowest rates ever. That's at Sandpoint Motors. 4th and 5.
Doesn't look like you're going for the field goal.
And it looks like they're going to go for the first down.
Yeah, sure does.
Vandenberg in for quarterback for the Bulldogs as Dean Plaster was taken off with an injury, and he's seen him on the sideline trying to get up, walk around a little bit, but so far seems to be favoring that right foot. As Vandenberg back to pass, he's going to get trapped in the backfield. Nice block in there. He gets it off into the end zone. Oh, and right through the fingertips of number 83. That's Jeff Ward. He had a chance for the touchdown, and right through his fingers, and now he's not getting up. So all of a sudden we're being plagued by injuries.
Yes, we sure are. We can't stand to have that happen very much more. It really hurt us.
I'm wondering, Gayle, if maybe he just didn't get the wind knocked out of him. He went high for that and went right through his fingertips, and it looked like he came down on his back. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, that looks to be what happened. Hopefully that's all that happened.
On Community View Channel 5, we'll try to pick up some of the girls' volleyball game this year and film them. And I know that excites you, Gayle. You're an old volleyball fan.
Yes, Sandpoint's had a good volleyball program for several years, and looks like it's going to continue. They're off to a real good start this year, and hope everybody comes out and supports them.
Had a chance when I was over in Spokane to run into Pam Parks. She's now head coach at Eastern Washington. And then, of course, Irene Madlock, who just left last year, is at Spokane Falls.
Yeah, it seems like we keep giving our coaches away to the colleges.
Oh, we picked up another good one.
It sure looks like it, yeah. She's doing a real good job. I'll be right in.
Well, I had a chance to talk to Shelley. I know she's really optimistic about her team this year, and she continues to carry on all the fine volleyball programs for the Sandpoint team this year. Well, the Badgers take over on, stay held on downs, and they have a good hole up the middle. As carrying that ball, number 34, Brooking, he picked up some good yardage. Tackle for the Bulldogs made by Tom Rust on that. 3:48, third period of play, still no score, and the Bulldogs have had a couple of opportunities, but one was called back on a penalty, and the other one, a fourth down try for a touchdown pass into the end zone, just a little too high as they couldn't hold on to the ball. As there's a fumble in the backfield, but it looks like the Badgers recovered it as number 21, Darren Owens, dropped the ball. Nowhere to go anyway. A bunch of Bulldog players in that.
Oh, whole host of them. We got him good.
So to bring up 3rd and 5. Clock moving. 3 minutes left to go here in the third period of play. Gayle, I'd like to thank you for stopping up and helping me tonight.
Well, thanks for asking me again. I really appreciate it. It's a good game and really exciting. Hopefully Sandpoint will break loose here pretty soon.
So, ooh, they're a nice catch. Well, it's intercepted, I think. Well, let's see. Nope. Yes. I'm going to call it. Looked like the Bonners player dropped it and went up in the air, and then making the interception, I believe, was number 41. Too bad we don't have instant replay, so I could pick that up.
If it was 41, I couldn't see who it was.
Well,
it was an outstanding play, though. He came right in as the pass was getting to the receiver.
I'm probably wrong on that name, but that's the only number I could see at the time around. Of course, good thing about play-by-play, when you play it back by camera, you can always pick it up. Of course, everybody likes to hear their name, too. You know?
Right, yeah.
So my apologies for the wrong one there. Anyway, the Bulldogs now with a good opportunity. After the interception, they have the ball at about the 14. There's a little bit of a hole, but boy, it's going to be cut off quick by the Badgers.
That was Eric Becker.
About 2nd and 8. Well, I don't even know if he picked up 2 on that, Gayle. Maybe a yard. And it's coming in to the game for the Bulldogs right now, number 42. And it's Tom Russ coming back in. Well, they said 4. I'm sorry. 2nd and 6.
42 is David Hall.
That's just bad eyesight on my part.
Yeah, I can't. That was Eric Becker again.
So Becker brings the ball within about 2 yards of the first down. Will bring up 3rd and 2. And I like the way their announcer said it better, a long yard. Puts it closer.
Yeah.
Clock still moving here, 3rd period of play with 1:15 left to go. And there still is no score.
Oh.
Well, fumble on the play, and I think the Badgers have it. Yes, they do. So another Bulldog opportunity down the drain is a fumble this time, a costly turnover. We'll give the ball back to the Badgers, and I think I can't see where they're at, but it looks like about the 8-yard line from here, Gayle.
Yeah, that'd be about where it's at, looks like, yeah.
Would have been about a 25-yard field goal if they would have had a chance there, and I noticed that he was putting them through on warm-ups from that area pretty easy.
Yeah, he could have made it there, pretty sure.
Right now, a field goal may win the game.
That was a good gang tackle there.
Almost too aggressive. Rust and Marks both in on the tackle. As the 3rd period of play is just about ready to come to an end. Time for maybe one more play. And it'll be all up to that 4th period of play. Pull up the middle there for Darren Owens, but not much yardage as Bulldog players all over the place to bring him down on that one.
Had another whole host of players that time.
And that'll end the 3rd period of play, and they don't have a gun here, so you can hear the PA announcer yelling out quarter. And that'll end the 3rd period, and still, it's the Sandpoint Bulldogs nothing, Bonners Ferry Badgers nothing. Pass out there by Gravelle, and it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hook up with number 21, Darren Owens. So apparently number 22, Aubrey, was ejected from the game. We haven't seen him back in for the Badgers, and I haven't seen Len Plaster back in either, so maybe he did get ejected.
Well, I can't really say, but it looked like Lynn Plaster went off hurt also. I didn't see him being escorted by an official anyway.
Well, offsetting penalties should mean that both of them probably went.
Well, maybe so. I can't really say.
We'll check with Bill on that after the game. 4th down. Badgers kicking in the end zone. Bad snap. It's loose in the end zone. And the Bulldogs are going to fall on it. And it's going to be a touchdown for the Sandpoint Bulldogs. And number 53 of the Bulldogs. Looks like Scott Anderson. So it was a bad snap from center.
Rolled back on the ground.
And the kicker just couldn't pick it up. And Scott Anderson got lucky.
He sure did. Sure did. But that was a heads-up play. There was 2 or 3 Bulldogs down there.
I meant lucky. It could have went any which way.
Well, yeah, that's true.
If he hadn't been there, of course, you know. But, boy, as a kid, you'd love to see that coming.
Yeah, oh, boy, yeah. That was a great play by the Bulldogs were back there. They were heads up on that play.
Well, Shell will try for the extra point. It's up through the upright, and we got a 7-0 ball game. So with 11:56 left to go in the 4th period of play, a lucky break for the Bulldogs as a bad snap into the end zone on a 4th down play. The Badgers fumbled it, and Scott Anderson right there to fall on it. And it's the Bulldogs 7 and the Badgers nothing. We'll be right back. Well, after good defense by the Bulldogs, holding the Badgers deep into their own territory on a 4th down play, the Badgers' bad snap caused a fumble in the end zone. Scott Anderson there to fall on it to give the Bulldogs the first score of the night, 7-0, with 11:56 remaining in this game.
And Vandenberg the kick.
A very long kick, short, coming down on about the 20-yard line. And with the ball for the Badgers, number 32, Doug Ledley. And he's going to be dropped right on about the 29-yard line.
Good coverage on that play by the Bulldogs.
Gayle, I think I'm going to have to leave. It just got injured. Got a sliver up my fingernail.
You'll live, though.
I don't know.
Did they call that a Bonners Ferry sliver?
I'm not sure. So the Badgers trailing 7-0. Have the ball on their own 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Gravelle quarterback. Oh, and the Bulldogs jump off. Anxious in there was number 77 for the Bulldogs.
David Valovich jumped off sides, looked like.
Well, they got the wrong name on the program here, don't they? On yours, they got the right name, right?
Well, I hope so.
Valovich.
Yeah.
They got it with a B here. So.
Yeah, it's Valovich.
Valovich is a junior, 5'11", 187 pounds. First and 5 after the penalty. Handoff in there to Owens, and he brings the ball out to 35-yard line.
Patterson, Becker, and Anderson are all in on that tackle.
Been really impressed with the Bulldogs defense tonight.
They're looking really good.
Offensively, they have moved it, and let's hope that Dean Plaster's all right. He looked good out there as quarterback tonight.
He sure did. That was a beautiful pass on the play he got hurt on.
2nd and 3 for the Badgers. And off up the middle, he's going to be shy of the first down. Forward progress, it'll probably put him a yard shy of it. As boy, we had a whole bunch of Bulldog players in there again.
Yeah, the defense was swarming again. They did a good job on that one.
Hey, what, Gayle? When you notice some of these numbers down here on the defense here, why don't you pick up some of their names for us?
Well, let's see. I see.
We can do this in a few plays. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, right.
3rd and 1. Bulldogs dig in. I think he got enough for the first down on that, as crashing over the center. for the Badgers, again, is number 21. Darren Owens does pick up the first down right almost at the 40-yard line. So the clock's still moving here, fourth period of play, 9:50. As it's still Bulldogs 7-0 as Scott Anderson recovered a fumble in the end zone for the Bulldogs to give that lead to them. Gravelle over the ball. Hands off to No. Nice fake in there, and he's going to pick up 3 or 4 yards on the play. That's going to bring up about 2nd and 7. Reminder, next week we'll be in Wallace filming. Tom Wright will be there filming all the games for Community View Channel 5, at least most of them, we hope. And just a reminder for all the fans to try to make it on Friday night if they can. If they can't, join Larry Jeffries and crew on KSPT. They'll bring it to you live. And then sit back at home and watch it all right here on Channel 5 Wednesday evenings at 6:30. Boy, they're giving Owens that ball just about every time.
Yeah, they sure are. I think they missed that.
Aubrey, and boy, he's fast, so.
Yeah. That had to hurt him when he got ejected from the game, but our defense is playing really well, though.
I suppose it'd be all right if I plugged the Bonners Ferry radio station here one time, KBFI, since I worked for him at one time, and Ray Holmes doing their play-by-play tonight, and then Ray's a good friend of mine, so best of luck to them this season.
Well, don't forget KSPT. That's where I met you when you worked there in Sandpoint.
I've mentioned them twice tonight already. And then we have a flag as Gravelle's got a man open, almost intercepted in there for the Bulldogs as Tom Rust. Gayle, I got to ask you this. Are you familiar with the Bulldogs' numbers, or can you just tell who they are from here?
Well, a little bit of both. It's hard to tell them. They all look alike with their helmets on, but for the most part. But you can tell how they move.
Might have to keep you all season.
They pretty much have their starting defensive lineup in there, if you want me to mention who it is.
Yes, why don't you throw that through for us?
Yeah, it's Dave Valovich is left tackle. Right tackle is Doug Marks. Defensive end, Jeff Ward. Defensive end, Todd Brannigan. Middle linebacker, Glenn Converse. Outside linebacker is Tom Rust. Outside linebacker is Scott Anderson. Left corner, Chad Childears. Darren Van Horn's the right corner. Steve Schell's a strong safety. And free safety is, I believe, I think Lynn Placer's not in there, so let's see, at free safety, number 81. No, that's Darren Van Horn.
Well, we'll pick him up on the next series. So a nice punt in there by the Badgers, and the Bulldogs will have the ball once again, and right now we'll see if they're content to try to run down this clock a little. 8:12 left to go, fourth period of play, and they have the lead 7-0. Bulldogs have had a few opportunities tonight to score. Of course, you'll see all that on camera, but touchdown coming on a fumble by the Bonners Ferry kicker in the end zone, and Scott Anderson right there to pick it up. Once again, a reminder on the volleyball game coming up on September 6th. Lewiston will be in town. That's a home game. Must be a Saturday game, Gayle. It'll be played at 1 o'clock. And, boy, I think the Bulldog fans should get out and see that one. Our team looking good again this year.
Certainly will. We had a good opening night crowd last Tuesday. Let's hope it keeps up all season.
They have some good tournaments coming up, too, on September 13th. The Sandpoint tournament. Davis, Cheney, Meade will be in town. And then, again, a regional tournament in Moscow. Well, not the regional tournament, but the Meade tournament. That's October 11th. And I guess they might play Shadle Park in that tournament. And, of course, Shadle Park, 2 years in a row undefeated now, and won the state title both years there. And Sandpoint actually beat them if you go by the 2 out of 3 rule. But in Washington, they go 3 out of 5. And Sandpoint won the first 2, which would have gave them the victory. And Shadle Park came back and won the next 3. So Had to go by Washington rules on that one, but they'll get him this year. And the Bulldogs trying to pick up a couple of first downs here and run that clock down, maybe get another score in as they lead this game 7-0 with 7:50 left to go here in the fourth period of play.
I was talking to the coach of the volleyball team, Shelley, the other night, and she said that sometimes she wished that we would go 3 out of 5 in Idaho, too. The games are so quick otherwise.
Well, she told me that they were talking about that for at least regional and state tournaments. Nice run in there by number 30 of the Bulldogs.
Eric Becker.
Eric Becker picking up some good yardage. Looks like he has plenty for the first down. He does. And that's what I'm sure head coach Bill Barlow wants to see right now with the clock running down to 7:18. Let's get those first downs and run this clock out or score another touchdown and maybe put it out of reach.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Barlow is rotating his backs in there and keeping a fresh one in. So maybe they'll wear the Badgers down if they keep that up.
So a loss on the play there, Gayle, of about 2 yards. I guess since you're driving bus, that means we can't stay for the dance at the high school cafeteria.
Yes, not, no.
Clock moving, 6:28. Bulldogs lead it 7-0.
Shell in motion.
Shell goes in motion, and woo, some good yardage right up the middle in there for the Bulldogs. As number 32 picking up the yardage was James Malcolm. And he's looked good tonight.
Yeah, that was a nice hole that time. He made good yardage.
Going to bring up 3rd and 3. And the Bulldogs will want to try to keep possession of this ball now and pick up a first down. Or they'll have to give it up with 5:51 left to go in this game. And Vandenberg keeps it. And I think he's got enough for the first down.
I believe he does, yeah. And we're moving the ball real well right now. For all the changes in the backfield, they're doing very well, making very few mistakes.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. In motion Shell. Vandenberg hands off up the middle to number 30. Becker, as he's going to get about a yard.
And 33, Dan Nystrom. Second and 9. Ball on the Badger 45-yard line.
And we have a flag.
Somebody was offside in there.
Looks like an offsides by the Bulldogs.
Oh, 85. Brannigan moved.
Brannigan moved on the play. So marks it back 5, and boy, I'll tell you, that's something a coach don't want to see when you're only leading 7-0 with 4:40 to go, trying to keep the ball. So it's going to bring up about a 2nd and 13. Should take time to thank Dan and Dave Click of Channel 10 here in Bonners Ferry for all their help getting us up in the booth, and then, of course, all the Bonners Ferry Boosters Club members and the principal made it possible for us to be up here tonight. So a big thanks to them, and of course all the Bonners Ferry fans. They always treat us nice when we come up. Vandenberg with a fake. He's going to put the ball up long. He's got a man there. Oh, and it just was dropped by James Malcolm, and we have a flag down. It might be roughing the passer. Let me ask you a question there on that, Gayle. Did you see Malcolm take that little jitter step and stop? If he would have kept going, I think that ball would have been right in his hands.
I believe he would have. Yeah, if he hadn't hesitated, he'd been right there for it.
I don't think we're going to have unnecessary roughness here. As Vandenberg was really hit after the play. It took him a minute to get up.
Yeah, they're talking to Steve Shell, the captain there, and it looks like they're going to give him a 15-yard penalty for personal foul against Bonners Ferry. Give us a first down on about the 35-yard line.
And that's going to give him a first down. And with 4:21 left to go in this game, that means Bulldogs can run off some more valuable time off that clock. And even more important, they're probably down on the 35-yard line here of the Badgers. It's giving them good field position on top of it.
Yeah, I think we just got to hold on to the ball now.
Shell in motion. Vandenberg will have to eat this one. He's going to lose 3 or 4 yards. Looked like a mix-up in the backfield there.
Yeah, it did. Looks like he was looking for somebody that wasn't there.
Second and 15. Bulldogs faked by Vandenberg. Nice hole up the middle as Malcolm's going to pick up good yardage down to about the 30. And that's going to get the penalty plus 5 back. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 5. So about a 9-yard game for Malcolm on that. And boy, I'll tell you what, that offensive line is really moving them out in there.
Yeah, they opened up a big hole for him that time, and some good running on Malcolm's part too to make those 10 yards.
Converse, Mark, they opened it up, I believe, really well for him.
Yeah, they sure did.
So 3rd and 5. Clock still moving. 3:13. And nice hole up the middle for Malcolm. There's a good fake in there by Vandenberg, and Malcolm's going to take it down to about the 14-yard line. And when we come back, the Bulldogs will have it on the 14-yard line of Badger territory with 2:56 left to go. Bulldogs leading it 7-0. We'll be right back. Clock moving, 2:49. Bulldogs have 1st and 10. As there's a pitch out in the backfield, fumble picked up by Becker, and we have a flag down. Becker did a good job picking that up.
He certainly did. Yeah, that could have been disastrous.
I think a coach would rather see him fall on it than pick it up and try to run again, but still a good hands. It's going to be against the Bulldogs. And Badgers trying everything they can right now to get that ball back. They need it back desperately. They trail 7-0. 2:41 left to go.
You can't tell what the penalty is. Holding.
Holding call, so bring it back to the 25-yard line. And it's going to bring up 1st down. 20 yards to go for the Bulldogs as they started this deep in their own territory and kept it going, and they've run a lot of that time off the clock. There's a handoff to Malcolm, and Malcolm for maybe 3 or 4 yards. Ooh, lightning. Let's see if I can get Tom to film that lightning when it comes again.
Might get a little rain before it's over with. Better hurry up, though. It's only 2 minutes to go in the game.
I hope not. I brought my motorcycle. Can I put it in the back of your bus?
Yeah, sure, if you can load it on.
Well, we're down under 2 minutes. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and 16, trying to run this clock out as they lead it 7-0. Vandenberg's going to put it up in the air, and he's got a man, but just a little too high. But we have another flag. Could be a holding. I think in this case they'd refuse that penalty, take it to 3rd down.
Yeah, I believe they would. It looks like it is holding against Sandpoint.
Badgers need that ball too bad right now, and they don't want to leave it at second down, so I'm sure.
Yeah, they're going to take the penalty.
Well, maybe it's a big one, so maybe they're hoping for better field position. And they still have their timeouts too, I believe, so. And brings that ball all the way back to 37-yard line. So instead of having him.
Second and 31 now.
Some big lightning there. And off up the middle.
Dave Hall.
To Dave Hall, and he picks up some good yardage on it. As he gets it back down to about the 28-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Clock still moving, minute 27. Bulldogs in no hurry to get this play off as we're just about under a minute. Shell goes in motion. Vandenberg back to pass again. Gets it off. He's got a man there. Number 85, Brannigan. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Boy, he was wide open.
Well, he sure was. There was 2 Bulldogs there. I couldn't see who the other one was, but he was definitely had several yards on any defender. Nobody even around him. Beautiful catch and just stepped into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the Bulldogs put the icing on the cake, I guess it is, huh?
I'd say at this point, you're correct.
Well, I know I can't sing, so you want to sing, turn out the light? Party's over, you can't sing either, huh? But it's been a good game all the way through it. We have a flag on the extra point. As Shell put the last one through. Well, bad break for Bonners. They fumbled in their end zone. That set up the first touchdown. Even though the Bulldogs did move the ball 3 or 4 times where they were in scoring position, the Badgers defense came through and held. And what can you say about that pass? Beautiful pass, touchdown. So one of the better offensive plays of the night.
Yeah, I think I'm glad they scored that touchdown because the other one was kind of a gift, but gift or not, they still count.
Kind of like horseshoes and hand grenades?
That's right.
High snap from center. Kick's going to be low. It's a good rush by the Badgers. And it's 13-0. 55 seconds left to go. As the Bulldogs look like they'll go on to their first victory of the season.
Thanks.
Well, Gayle Dolesby is going to run down and hold head coach Bill Barlow up for us so we can do an interview with him. And again, my thanks to him for being in here and helping us tonight. Vandenberg kicking off for the Bulldogs as we got a flag on the play. As bringing the ball back for the Badgers, Ron McDonald. And he got it back to about the 32, but we do have a flag down. So desperation time for the Badgers. They'd need 2 quick scores and they'd have to do it in 50 seconds. Not impossible, but right now not looking good for them. Yeah. almost intercepted by number 41 of the Bulldogs. Tom Rust had a chance, boy. He may have took that one in. It looked wide open. I'd like to thank Tom Wright for filming this for us tonight. And right now he should be getting some good lightning back up for his camera. There's a lot of lightning over Bonners Ferry right now. Bad news for me, I have to drive my bike home. Get you to follow me, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll fit in the back of your Volkswagen. Badgers need something and need it quick. So they get a long pass off, but it's going to be overthrown. Nobody's going to get to that one. And 32 seconds left here as the Bulldogs will move 1-0 for the season. A good start for head coach Bill Barlow and his crew. And the Badgers dropped 0-1. Next week, we'll be in Wallace. Of course, all of our games on Community View Channel 5 will air Wednesday nights at 6:30. We hope you join us. And once again, a special thanks to our sponsors tonight, Sandpoint Motors and Furniture Exchange. Nice pass downfield. Looks like it's going to be picked off. And this one's intercepted by number 43 of Sandpoint, Jerry Bank. And Jerry gets some good yardage coming back. But, boy, we got flags all over the place, too. 21 seconds left to go. And I think it's just history now. Just a matter of running this clock out. I'm not sure who the flag's on. So they'll march it off against the Bulldogs. And Badgers will still have the ball. So it's still a slim chance for them. But a doubtful chance. Clock moving, 17 seconds. Well, the Bulldogs have it. I said the Badgers have it. Bulldogs just need to run it out now. 9 seconds. And they may not even get the play off, as Vandenberg will just fall on it, and that's going to end the game. And the Bulldogs will win their first game of the 1986 season by a score of 13-0. Touchdowns coming on a fumble recovery in the end zone when the Badgers tried to kick it, as Scott Anderson fell on that to score the first touchdown of the game. And on the second touchdown, a nice pass from Vandenberg to Brannigan, and that made the score 13-0. And we'll be back to talk to head football coach Bill Barlow right after this. Coach, 13-0, and what do you think of it?
Well, I think it was a typical first game. A lot of mistakes, a lot of corrections to be made, but the thing to note is that we lost our starting back early in the second half, and we had a sophomore come out and pull the game out of the hat for us, and our defense tightened up and got us a good score. So there's some elements of the game that we're extremely pleased with. We'll go back and evaluate the films and regroup and come back, but I think the second half was an indication of just what the Sandpoint Bulldogs have the potential to be all about. We lost our starting quarterback who started 10 games for us last year. It's been very easy for these kids to fold their temp, but the little sophomore came in and And we had another starting halfback evicted from the game, which we'll talk about that later. He and I will. But the kids had an opportunity to look a little bit of depth, and they just sucked it up and got the job done. And so they can be darn proud of themselves, because I guarantee you, Barnes Ferry High School is going to win some football games this year. They are tough.
Looked like a serious injury to Dean, or can you tell us at this time?
Well, I think the preliminary indication will be he's out for a couple weeks.
Okay. And Coach, next week, Wallace, what do you see?
Well, they've undergone some changes in their coaching staff, so we have some scouts up watching Bonners, and what we'll do is look at the scouting report and come back and evaluate our injury situation and devise a game plan from there.
I know a coach loves to see fans come into an away game. Were you happy with the crowd that was here tonight?
Well, we addressed that issue at halftime. We came out into the end zone, and I had the kids look at the crowd, and I said, you can't let these people down because they're behind you. And I think people saw a good game today. I think they saw the Bulldogs flat suck up their socks and get the job done in the second half.
Were you surprised by the Badgers? They look good tonight.
No, we knew they were going to be tough coming in. I was surprised with their quickness. They were quicker than I thought they'd be, and they are a very creditable foe.
Well, Bill, best of luck next week, and best of luck all through the season. You look good tonight.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for your help.
Well, final score tonight, the Badgers fell short to the Bonners Ferry. Well, let me try that again. Sandpoint Bulldogs won it tonight as the Badgers fell a little bit short, scored 13-0. And what can you say about Sandpoint? They recovered that fumble recovery in the end zone to finally get a 7-0 lead. And as Bill was telling you, the sophomore quarterback came in and threw a touchdown pass at the end of the game to make it 13-0. So the Bulldogs start out right, and they win their game 13-0. They'll be on Wallace next week, and we hope you'll join us every Wednesday at 6:30 to see these games back on Community View Channel 5. And we want to remind you also that if you are at the game or you can't make the game on Friday nights, you can join Larry Jeffries on KSPT to hear his game also. So for Community View Channel 5, I'm Larry Copley. Thank you for joining us.